At first, dealing with finances can feel like a real nightmare. Economists love using complicated terms like debentures and government bonds, which can make everything even more confusing. But what if I told you that understanding money doesn't have to be that hard, and even more, that you can see it as a game that, if played correctly, can lead you to financial freedom? Think of it this way. A video game has levels and challenges that you need to overcome to reach the final goal. The same goes for money. If you learn the rules and play the right way, you can reach the final level where money works for you and not the other way around. This idea isn't mine. It comes from an incredible book I recently read, Money, Master the Game, 7 Simple Steps to Financial Freedom by Tony Robbins. He simplifies finances and teaches a clear path to achieving financial independence. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to apply this knowledge to your life. The basic rule of this game is simple. You need to build wealth that generates passive income greater than your monthly expenses. But here's a warning. Money sitting still isn't safe money. If you just leave your money in a savings account without investing, it will lose value over time due to inflation. Think of it as an analogy. A person who spends all day on the couch eating junk food will gain more and more weight. Now with money, the opposite happens. If it stays still, it will lose weight. That is, lose purchasing power. A simple example. $50 10 years ago bought a lot more than it does today. And you know what the worst mistake you can make in this game is? Standing still. If you do nothing with your money, you're already making a choice. And in this case, a bad one. The game of money requires action, strategy, and commitment. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you the way to win this game and guarantee your financial independence. If you don't take any action regarding your money, know that this is also a choice. And unfortunately, one of the worst you can make. Leaving your financial life on autopilot, hoping things will simply work out, is the same as accepting defeat in the game of money before you even start. But here's the good news. This game has clear rules, and those who follow them can emerge victorious. The goal? Build wealth capable of generating passive income that pays all your monthly expenses. Sounds difficult? It may be, but it's not impossible. All you need to do is follow the 7 steps to master the game of money. So, grab a pen and paper, because this could change your life. Step number 1. Decide to be an investor, not just a consumer. This is the first major turning point. You can continue spending everything you earn, or you can make the conscious decision to invest part of your money. Choosing to be an investor means committing to setting aside a fixed percentage of your paycheck each month to invest. And if you want to make it even easier, automate this process. This ensures that your money is always being put to work for you. Step number 2. Become a master of the game. No one wins a game without knowing its rules, and with money, it's no different. You need to understand the basic principles of finance before putting your money anywhere. This can be done in 2 ways: studying on your own through books and courses, or getting help from a qualified professional to guide you in the best investment decisions. Step number 3. Play a game you can win. There's no point in having an unattainable financial goal. To win, you need to be strategic. Find out how much money you need to accumulate and how quickly you can get there. Are there shortcuts? Yes. You can save more, increase your earnings, legally reduce taxes and fees, and seek investments that offer a higher return. If necessary, adjust your lifestyle to a more financially efficient model. Step number 4. Allocate your assets well. Putting all your money in a single investment is like betting all your chips on a single number at the casino. Very risky. The winners of the money game diversify their investments. Think of it this way. Fixed income is safe. Real estate investment, trusts, REITs, offer a balance between risk and return, and stocks can bring big gains, but also fluctuations. The secret is to distribute your money strategically, reducing risks and maximizing returns. Step number 5, create a lifelong passive income plan. This is the ultimate goal of the game. Build an investment portfolio that generates money for you every month, forever. When this happens, you no longer need to trade your time for money. Your assets do the hard work, and the best part, this plan can ensure you have a stable source of income throughout your life without having to touch the wealth you have accumulated. Step number 6. Learn from those who have already won this game. If you want to reach the top 1%, you need to study those who have already gotten there. Elite investors don't get rich by chance. They follow well-defined strategies, analyze risks, diversify assets, and maintain a long-term mindset. The big trick here is to adapt these methods to your reality. You don't have to have millions to act like a millionaire. Just understand how these people make decisions and apply that to your current level. Step number 7. Keep taking action and enjoy the journey. The game of money isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. And if you don't learn to enjoy the process, you'll end up giving up along the way. No matter how much you earn today, you will inevitably face challenges and opportunities along this journey. The secret is to stay focused on evolution. True wealth is not just in the money accumulated, but in constant progress. If today you have more knowledge and more wealth than you did a year ago, then you are on the right track. Don't condition your happiness only on a number in the bank account. Instead, celebrate every small victory and use it as fuel to continue growing. Now, there is a factor that can drastically accelerate or delay your journey to financial freedom: compound interest. It can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. It all depends on how you use it. The power of compound interest lies in the multiplier effect that makes your money grow exponentially over time. But if you don't pay attention to the net rate of return on your investments, you could end up losing years of progress. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine that John has a cost of living of $10,000 per month. To guarantee this passive income, he needs to accumulate $1 million invested with a net return of 1% per month. But if that return falls to 0.8%, he will need to raise $1.25 million, $250,000 more. On the other hand, if he can get a return of 2% per month, he can reach his goal with $835,000. That is, $165 less. This shows the brutal impact that a small variation in the rate of return can have on your final wealth. Now, what about when compound interest works against you? This happens when you are in debt. Debts work like compound interest in reverse. Instead of making your money grow, they make your debt increase exponentially. This is why keeping expensive debts, and at the same time trying to invest, is a strategic mistake. The interest on debts almost always exceeds the returns on investments. If you have debts, your first step should be to eliminate them before focusing on wealth accumulation. To understand the true impact of compound interest over time, let's look at a real case. In 1790, Benjamin Franklin did something ingenious. He donated $1,000 to the city of Boston, but with one condition: the money should remain invested for 100 years before being touched. When that period ended, the city withdrew $500,000 and left the rest invested for another 100 years. The result? Those same $1,000 turned into $6.5 million. That's the power of compound interest in action. Albert Einstein didn't call this force the eighth wonder of the world for nothing. But here's the most important secret. Being consistent is worth more than investing large sums at once. Many people say, "I don't invest because I earn little." But the truth is that it is always possible to start, even if it is with a small amount. What really makes a difference is consistency. Those who start small but invest every month go much further than those who wait to have a lot of money to start. The first step is always the most difficult, but after you enter the game of money, it starts to work for you. It is important to make something clear. Here, we are not talking about people in extreme poverty, as we know that their reality is very different. We are talking about those who already have a certain income, have access to information, but do not act simply due to lack of commitment. And you know what's curious? Starting with little money can be an advantage. This gives you time to learn and make mistakes without major losses. The most important thing is not how much you invest at the beginning, but to create the habit of investing consistently. In addition, if you want to accelerate your results, you can look for ways to earn more money, whether with extra income, new job opportunities, or even by starting a business. At the same time, you can cut unnecessary expenses, adopt a more minimalist lifestyle, and find legal ways to pay less taxes and fees. Now here's a warning. In the game of money, lack of knowledge can make you lose badly. Think of two people playing cards without knowing the rules. They will be lost, right? The same goes for those who try to invest without understanding the basics. This is how many end up falling for the great financial myths. The myth that there is a magic investment that will always beat the market. The myth that small fees don't make a difference in the long run. The myth that an investment that performed well in the past will continue to perform well in the future. And you know what happens to those who believe in these myths? They end up following bad advice. Influencers, bank managers, and financial product salespeople are often more concerned with their own commissions than with your success. Therefore, never blindly delegate your financial decisions. Do your own homework, read books on finance, take reliable courses, and follow the market closely. At first it may seem complicated, but this will be the best investment you can make for your future. Now comes the key question. How do you know if you are really winning the game of money? The answer is simple. You win when you have wealth capable of generating passive income that covers your monthly expenses. But to get there, you need to be clear about three fundamental numbers. How much you spend per month. Without this data, you don't know what your target is. How much your investments earn in net terms, already discounting taxes and inflation. How much you need to raise so that your passive income is enough to pay all your expenses. To find out these numbers, create a detailed financial budget. Record your expenses month by month, and use a spreadsheet to do the calculations clearly. Now, an important warning. When you do these calculations, the numbers will probably seem high. This is normal. Building financial independence takes time. It can take 10, 20 years or more. The problem is that when seeing a very large amount, many people get discouraged. Raise 1 million, that will take a lifetime. But that's where a powerful psychological trick comes in. Divide your goal into smaller steps. Instead of thinking directly about 1 million, set progressive milestones. First, raise $1,000, then $10,000, then $50,000, then $100,000, and finally $1 million. Each phase of the game is an achievement, and the more you advance, the more motivated you become to move forward. Now let's talk about one of the most important pillars of the game of money: diversification. There is no single investment that is perfect for all situations. Some assets are safer, others more risky, and it is up to you to build a balanced strategy. Think of your investments as a basketball team. Fixed income investments are like the team's defense. They guarantee security and stability, protecting your wealth against excessive risks. Real estate and REITs, real estate investment trusts, are like the support players. They help maintain a constant flow of income and give structure to your portfolio. REITs, in particular, are an excellent way to invest in the real estate sector without having to buy physical properties. Stocks are the three-point shooters. They can bring significant returns, but require strategy, patience, and resilience to deal with market volatility. Assembling this team in the right way will depend on your risk profile and your financial goals. But here's a warning. Don't sacrifice everything for the future. Tony Robbins makes an important recommendation. Investing every penny may seem like the smartest strategy, but in reality, you need balance. The path to financial freedom can take years or even decades, and life is happening now. If an opportunity arises to take an unforgettable trip, live a unique experience, or enjoy a special moment while you still have energy and willingness, it may be worth investing in that too. Therefore, create a dream account. This account is intended for experiences that cannot wait 20 years to happen. It can be an international trip, a course you've always wanted to take, or any other personal desire. The balance is precisely here. Investing to guarantee a prosperous future without giving up living well in the present. The game of money is not just about accumulating wealth. It's about building a life you really want to live. And now that you know the rules of this game, the question remains, are you ready to play to win?